No, 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 no. All right, there we go. Mic unmuted. Cool deal. All right. I haven't been streaming the last few days. It's kind of on and off again. I don't really. Maybe you'll hear me better if my mic's closer. Um, I know I've been on off again, but like the goal is to stream, but it's something that I can just say fuck it on if I want to. But I'll still may not be every weekday, but like yesterday, I ended up going into work. You can actually see. I think that's Nana's shadow. Yeah, that's Nana right there. Hey, Nana. Um, cat's getting the window. Anyways, like yesterday, I had to go into work an hour and a half early, so I couldn't stream that day. Monday, I was pooped still from being out at the lake damn near all day Saturday, and we went to another lake on Sunday, and I think I posted some pictures on Twitter. Man, this is a beautiful sunny day out on the water. I got some more tan. I got burned where I wasn't exposed before, obviously, but yeah, burns are okay. I kind of like getting sunburned, honestly. Like obviously, I don't like it when it's like your whole back or something like that, really inconvenient. But like little spots here and there, I actually kind of like it. Like reminds you that you're getting some sun and you're actually doing something good. It's like sore muscles after working out to a degree. Because getting out in the sun is good for you. It's incredibly healthy. That's how your body uh, produces vitamin D, which is what you need. Especially the ladies. Not modern ladies, classic ladies. I'm a purist. Hey, Dave. I hope you're doing alright this morning. I got something to show, but I'm still not quite sure how to show it. Because as everybody knows, I'm kind of retarded when it comes to computers. And I really haven't set down separate time to sit down and figure out OBS. Because what the only time I really deal with it is when it's time to stream. Not other times I'm at work or I'm working on comic books. But yeah, since you're here, Dave, I want to try to show this. Um, let's see. I could probably just pull it up this way. Uh, I'm just going to show it on my phone because I'm a lame ass like that. Let me turn off this light if I can. I think that'll. I'm supposed to be able to tap it, but I'm over here like bitch slapping it. Nothing's happening. But yeah, I don't know if you see that too well or not. But we're doing an homage to. I got Eric Kent. Let's see if I can add it. Uh, let's add a source for an image. Add source. New source instead. Yada yada yada. There we go. Oh Jesus. This is gonna take forever, isn't it? Good lord. Where is the picture? It's too damn big. Yeah, that is really freaking big. Is there a way I can transform that? Let's see, transform. Uh, fit to screen. There we go. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit here. We'll just. I don't care if I'm covered, but yeah. Let's see. Just make it a little bit bigger, and I'll just scroll up with it. But yeah, we're Eric. I got Eric Kent to do an homage to the uh, art for the box art for Ernest Goes to Jail because I love Ernest movies. I think everybody loves Ernest movies if they have seen them. But Otis is kind of like Ernest too. He's kind of a screw up. Uh, he's more adult oriented Ernest, like if Ernest were, always out looking for a beer. But, they're both good natured screw ups. And that's pretty much what Otis is. So, it's a good homage to one of my favorite movies of all time, even if it's cheesy as hell. And it also makes sense with Otis. So, yeah, I'm glad you like it, Tony, man. I like doing fun stuff like this. Like, this is what art is all about to me, at least as a writer. I like seeing really fun stuff. I'm like, it doesn't always have to be serious. Sometimes it could just be fun, man. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but I like doing fun stuff like this. I don't know, but this is going to be for issue 3. This will be Eric's cover for that because he already did a cover for issue 1. I might be able to actually pull it up. Let me see if I can. I mean, not issue 1, but there we go. All right. But Eric did this one for issue 2, which this one was our throwback to the EC Comics and everything. So this is the one that's being printed now. Uh, well, a few of them, not a ton. We sold some. I think I sold enough. I'm still gonna get them to make them for me though. Shut up, computer. I know what I'm doing. I know more than you. But no, my idea is as long as Eric's. This is why I hate technology. Hold on. I love it when something's like, hey, tap it to turn on the light, but then you're tapping it. And then you just want it. Yeah. It doesn't work. Sometimes it works when I hit it harder, sometimes it works when I hit it lighter. But it's like always back and forth. Always. It doesn't stop for whatever reason. It's like, oh, he's used to this. We got to change things up now. But anyways, getting back to it. My goal is, as long as Eric's always down to do it, I'll always want to do some kind of cool, fun, kind of throwback cover, kind of an homage cover to either some of my favorite movies or bands or inspirations for the book. Could be a lot of stuff, but I think it would be fun to have a regular limited print that's just those throwback covers. Be cool to see. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Originally, in the Ernest Goes to Jail cover, it was actually just the legs of the warden, but I wanted sexy legs. And plus, yeah, I will say that, let's see, let me look at it again. Ba-da-ba. So I need to double check. Yeah, I guess he didn't do it. Originally, I asked, I'm looking at it now. Originally, I had asked Eric to put a big penis shadow on Otis's face because I was like, well, what's hell? It's chicks with dicks, at least in my opinion. Like, Hell would be going to somewhere and seeing like all of these gorgeous ass women and finding out they all have dicks. And I'm like, well, fuck. No vaginas. No, I'm not interested. Like the ultimate traps are hell. And for Otis too. Otis likes the ladies, but I don't. I guess maybe Eric forgot, or maybe he just didn't want to do it. I'm still happy with the cover though. I mean, it doesn't have to be that crude, but that was my original idea though. Maybe I got high at some point and told him not to worry about it. I'm not sure. It could be anything. It's art, it's fluid, it's not really static. Art is a weird thing too. A lot of people, which Naked Gun was that penis shadow in? Was there one on a Naked Gun poster? I don't remember a lot of the poster art for the Naked Gun movies. I remember the Naked Gun movies because Leslie Nielsen was fucking awesome. He was crazy as a horror actor too. Like that dude had range for an actor. And if you don't believe me, I think he was in the first, was it the first or the second Creep show? But there's a story where he buries his cheating wife and her lover like in the sand up to their head at low tide. That's a pretty good short. I wish they did. Well, they kind of do. I mean, they've got like the VHS movies and stuff, so I suppose we do have horror anthology movies. And then Creepshow had to come back too. I haven't watched that yet. I need to. I just haven't seen anybody talking about it, and when I don't see people talking about it, it tells me it's it's usually either just bad enough to not talk about, but not bad enough to be good or entertaining, or it's just bland. As if it's really bad, people are going to talk about it. And if it's really good, people are going to talk about it. But if it's just kind of middle of the road, kind of lukewarm bullshit, I'm really not interested. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot to talk about today beyond that. Uh, my wife got a bonus from her work where they gave her like a gift card or whatever. And so we used it to buy a boat. We got one of these inflatable boats. They were on sale on Amazon. And it's like it's a four-person inflatable boat, but at first when she was like, "Hey, I got a bonus. Maybe we should get a boat." I was at first glance, I was like, "Man, what a silly way to waste your money." Because I was thinking like, you know, really crappy inflatables. Like I grew up in the South. I'm used to, really shitty inflatables like that don't even last an hour. I figured it would be a bad move, but I actually was starting to look into it, and this one that she had was looking at was the Excursion from Intex. She was looking at the four, but there's also the five too, which is the same thing, just slightly larger. But I noticed a bunch of people on YouTube have been modifying it by like adding plywood floors to it and turning it into a legit fishing boat with like a trolling motor and everything. So I figured I'd give it a go. I don't have a floor built for it or anything, but we've been taking it out on the water and just rowing around, and it's really good exercise, but it's also a really good boat. If anybody I know has like limited space, but there's a lot of lakes and stuff that they want to check out, get you one of these boats. It'll fit in the trunk of your car when you're taking it there, and it'll fit in your closet when you bring it home. It fits me and the missus, and then some. I think it has a 1,110 pound capacity. So weird to say that, but you're not supposed to say and unless there's a decimal point. Like $1.26. You wouldn't say $1,756. Too many decimal points. Language is really weird like that. Language is completely fucked up anyways. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I've been trying out this. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, no point in showing it to you. It's just gonna look like earwax. But I've been trying this stuff lately. It's been working really well. Uh, Hopefully Robert gets back to me here soon, so I can send him the rest of his. Oh, this is upside down. His Clayman books. I shipped him out for his Kickstarter and his Indiegogo. And now I'm just waiting for him to get word that he hasn't had anybody. Because right now I'm just waiting to see if he has anybody who, gets the damaged book or whatever. And if they do, I have the books here. I can just ship one out real quick. But once he gives me the word and he feels safe enough, I'm going to ship him all of these. So he'll probably be selling a lot of these. This is just one that I have laying out. This is one of the new variant covers he did for Kickstarter. But the cool thing is it's not a 24-page book. It's actually an 8-page. I think it's an 8 and a 12-page short. But I combined them because they're because I figured, since it's only two shorts in this book, let's combine it to where you can just flip it over, and so each story has its own front cover. So you can come in here, but you know, I know they did that with I think Black Ops 2. Tim and Mark did that, which I thought that was. What is the earwax stuff? That's dabs. That's weed stuff. That's the new weed. That's the newest thing in weed technology, as far as I know. But it's like a concentrate. I'm not sure how they make it. All I know is I gotta heat up this quartz banger, and that's what they call them, bangers. I thought that was kind of funny. I heat this up to like really fucking hot, and then I put it in there, and then it just kind of dissolves, and I get to smoke everything out of it. That's okay. I'm just now learning about these because I just moved to uh, where it's legal. So, like, this is all new to me, too. Usually, prior to being exposed to the dabs, I was just going, old fashioned. Ooh, my wife uses the ball more often than I do. I could probably take a hit. She left something in here. Y'all gonna have to look at my dick swing for a minute. Alright. Advantages to dabs, they're really strong. It's I want to say, like, I used to compare bong rips to taking a shot. Well, if a bong rip is taking a shot of like E&J brandy, or because I actually like E&J. If you haven't tried it, it's really cheap, but it's not rot gut. It's actually really smooth, really good stuff. Um, but it's like a shot of like a lower proof liquor. A bong hit is. The dab is more like drinking. Well, I wouldn't say it's that strong, but it's more like a shot of like Bacardi 151 or like a really fucking high proof. Uh, some people says it affects them differently. Like the dabs are more of a mind thing as opposed to the body. I'm not sure. Everything seems to get me high. The only real difference I've ever experienced was between smoking and edibles. But as far as the dabs go, I mean, it gets me stoned. It doesn't get me so high that I can't function, though. I think maybe that's the advantage to it, is that it's like more like an energized high, maybe. I don't know. I'm not one of those people. Like, if somebody asks me, like, I think the whole like sativa versus what's the other one? Whatever. But I think that's all bullshit. I've had both of them do the same thing. So, but no, dabs are just fun. It's relatively cheap. I only have to do one, and it lasts a while too. It does last a good while. But mainly, I'm not doing it because because it's better or it even necessarily has an advantage. I'm just doing it now because it's new and cool. Like, this is a new thing for me to play around with as far as weed goes. I've spent 34 years playing with the other stuff behind the backs of the law. Now that I can do it out in the open, I want to do the fun stuff. But I think they also put the same oil in the little vape pens too. And this is just a way of doing that directly without the pen, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. This is stuff that I need to talk to my weed guy about, but every time I go in there, the shop's always packed. Why did my camera goof? What is going on with this? Let's see. There we go. Okay. It's being really weird with my cameras and stuff, or at least the program is. I don't think it's the laptop. I think it's the program. Not a whole lot going on. We do have a progress report for Otis. If I can pull it up. But, well, for Otis 3. But I just got in that cover from Eric. So now I have, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus. I don't know how I ended up with 6 variant covers, but hey, I hope you guys like good art because they're all fucking fire. One of them's I don't know why I'm trying to show it on my damn phone. I know I can't do that. I'm just being stupid. But anyways, I got a tonic mole whiskey paint. Uh, Jeff Lastly did a really nice one. And then I got that Eric Kent. And then on top of that, I'm going to have the main cover that Carlos, he hasn't done it yet. I think I've explained it before, but Carlos likes to do the cover last because he feels like the cover should be at his best. And as an artist, he's like, well, I'm always improving, so I want to do that last. So at that point, that's the best of my ability is on the cover, which I agreed with, so I don't have a problem with it. He should be working on it here pretty soon. Uh, I could probably show you guys the design for it. See if you can figure it out. There you go. That's my design for the cover for the main cover of issue 3. But pretty much it's like a head on shot of a semi with Otis tied on the front. And then you've got Sven, he's driving, but at the same time, he's got Emma, who's like bound and she's trying to jump out of the window. So while he's driving, he's having to like reach over, like pull her back in. And we'll see what Carlos does with that. I think it should be a really bitchin' cover. Yeah, it was weird at first, man. There are still things that I'm weird about as far as weed goes. Like, for instance, we had a company picnic for my job, and it was nice, like, everybody, like, they had, like, pretty much an open bar, but it was just, they just had coolers filled with, like, seltzer, uh, water, wine coolers, beer, yada, yada, yada. All the good alcohol stuff, like all the party stuff that you would see at a typical fucking company party, but no weed. So, like, I'm at a company picnic and I'm off the clock and I'm in a place where weed is completely legal, but I'm not so sure if it's that legal yet, if you know what I mean. So, like, even though, like, it's A-OK, it's nobody can get on to me for it, I'm still feeling like it still feels too fucking weird to be doing that at, like, a company picnic in front of my bosses and everything. So I still, like, scooting down to the bushes and shit to smoke up while everybody was drinking their alcohol. Which I ain't got nothing against alcohol. I'd rather get high. I can still walk when I'm high. That's one of the big ones. The walking and the no vomiting. I've never smoked so much weed I threw up. That's never happened. It's just I don't like not being able to walk. And I don't like throwing up. So I just don't do that shit. Yeah, I believe Forrester also saw that too on Twitter, which I thought was really funny because after he said that, he was like, "Oh, is this an homage to Goldfinger or Goldeneye or whatever?" And I was like, "No, but I can see what you're talking about now, and it does look like because I had that stupid line drawn in there at the very bottom. I think, well, if I can, yeah, that line right there. I think my original intention was to, like, draw a branch because, like, Otis's crotch is exposed. That's the little thing around him because Melter blasted his dick off with the shotgun before, Otis got angry and ripped Melter in half. So, but Otis isn't a killer. Just remember that. Somebody shot him in the dick first. So, I would say that, you know, I would say his counter was a bit on the high end, but, you know, it was justified. But yeah, so since he had, like, but I don't want to have a dick on the cover necessarily, not on the main cover at least. And I don't think Carlos wants to draw a dick. So I think my original thing was I was going to draw like a tree branch with some leaves covering up his uh, twig and berries. See, now you're actually closer, man. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was one of the inspirations for, like, how why I wanted Otis, like, kind of spread out like that. Which that's one of the best movies ever. Christmas Vacation and just Vacation. I think Vegas Vacation was okay, and what was it? European Vacation was pretty good, but was it the first one, John Hughes? I want to say it was. Man, we need some really good movies like that to come back because, like, all the humor, as much as I like saying fucking shit and making crude jokes, I don't like seeing like all the comedy movies just being just crude fucking humor like that. Can we get like smart humor once in a while? Kind of like the Christmas Vacation movies where it's not vulgar or anything, it's kind of subtle. You know, I don't know. That's just me. But speaking of movies, I haven't watched any movies, but for some reason, my wife decided to put on the TV a special about Richard Simmons from TMZ or whatever. I guess Richard Simmons has been missing since 2014. Well, he hasn't been missing. He hasn't been seen in public since 2014, supposedly. He went into hiding, I guess, which it was kind of sad. I mean, the guy's getting old, and I guess from what he says, he doesn't want to have an image of a guy like limping around and shit. Which, but you also got to think did he go into hiding because of all the fat shaming stuff? You got to think, could Richard Simmons exist in this day and age? That's what I'm getting to. I don't want to talk about that stupid special. I mean, I love Richard Simmons. I grew up with the guy. I remember watching Sweatin' to the Oldies just because I liked the music that they had on there. We had that on VHS. I think everybody had Sweatin' to the Oldies. But anyways, but legit, could this guy exist in 2022 without being canceled or fat shamed? No, I mean he's alive. They've talked to him on the phone. The cops have went and seen him and stuff like that because at first they were saying that his live-in friend or whatever was like kidnapping him, and and she's just this Spanish lady or whatever that he's been living with for like fucking 30 years. Like they've been living together so long that even a gay man is like calling this woman his wife. It's kind of funny. But no, as it turns out, she's just taking care of her friend. He just doesn't want to be seen. He's one of those celebrities, like, when the camera's off, he was a very recluse person. But yeah, man, it just got me thinking, you know, he says he went into hiding for, his bad knee and stuff, and he doesn't want to be limping around, and he's getting older and in poorer health. But at the same time, it just had me wonder, could he exist today? Could some could Richard Simmons be out there and motivating all these fat retards to do something instead of, you know, getting fatter? I'm skinny, I'm in shape, I take care of myself, I got room to talk. It ain't easy staying thin. I may say that, but it's easy for me because I've learned how to, you know, exercise and be physically active and exist somewhere beyond the couch. Even though I'm on the couch right now. Anyways, I don't want to get into that too much. But it's just kind of sad that somebody like Richard Simmons couldn't be around today because of all the people. I love how they tell me to trust the science, but as soon as you start pointing out the medical problems from being fat, they're like, nah, 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 nah. You don't even have to go down to the COVID thing. Like they're like, trust the science, but then you can name any other science besides the one they're talking about. And they're like, that's wrong. Trust the science. Oh yeah, what science? The science that says it's far better to let people in mass just get so goddamn fat they all die of heart attacks. Yeah, that's really fucking trusting the science there. Stop fat shaming me. I don't have a lot to talk about. I've probably said that like 8 times now, so I'm probably going to wind things down and wrap this up. It's a good morning, though. It's hump day, guys. If you're working a Monday through Friday, it's hump day. After that, after today, it's all downhill, and then we got Labor Day weekend coming up. Labor Day is Monday. So that means Skinny gets a 3-day weekend. So does Mrs. Skinny. And I'm really hoping, I'm looking outside the window. It's really pretty weather today. Really hoping the lakes are clear and there's not a bunch of people out there. We've been getting lucky lately because the state fair's been in. So everybody's been running to that to spend hundreds of dollars for a little bit of enjoyment. Which I'm not against fairs, I just can't afford it right now. Got too much other stuff going on. The wife is going to Hawaii, which is going to be pretty cool for her. So it's one of the reasons why I'm hanging off the fair this year, is to make sure she's taken care of for her trip with her best friend, who's basically her sister. It'll be a fun girls' time out. But, anyways, I guess I need to wrap things up here. I still got some other things to do. If you've seen the pictures on Twitter, I got the summer home set up for the buns. I'm not putting them out there like permanently, but like while the weather's nice, I'm letting them be outside for a while. Like, they want fresh air. And where they're out, there's a lot of weeds that are growing too, so they can pull up lots of little flowers and goodies that they like to eat. On top of what I've spoiled them with, they got carrots and kale, and they got their pellet food, and they got hay, and they got chewing sticks, and yeah, my buns are spoiled as shit. My pets live better than I do. I don't know how I should feel about that. Like, they never go hungry. They always got water. Shit, the bunnies have a fucking vacation home now. Not only do they have their little cage that they sleep in at night here in the room with me, but now they've also got the summer home hutch outside that they can go to, which I've got Frank. I put Frank in it yesterday once I got it set up, and he's still out there. I checked on him this morning. He seems like he's having a really good time. He really likes having the breeze and stuff blowing on his fur. Maybe I'll get some pictures of him in there. I know some people are gonna bitch and be like, you got that damn uh, wire on the bottom. They prefer, nah, I don't want to hear that. The rabbit doesn't care. The purpose is to let his poop fall down so it doesn't sit at his feet. And they're only in it short term. They like it. I'm not going to add extra work to it. If you want to come over and fill it up full of fucking cedar chips and change it out once a week, along with the cage and all the other animals that I have to tend to, you're more than welcome to come over. Till then, I don't want to hear it. The buns like it. I like it. Everybody's happy. I hate it when you get people who come in and think they're like animal experts and they try to tell you all this stupid nonsense. And you're like, where did you hear that from? They get, I don't know, some people just put animals to like the same living standards as humans, which is good. I mean, the rabbits come inside and they fucking have the high life. Like I said, my animals live better than I do, but his vacation home's just going to be like ours. It's just going to be a cabin out in nature. No power, no running water. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go back out there, make sure he has water for the day, 'cause he's gonna be getting a lot of sun today. He's got spots to hide in the shade too, but I think he's really gonna enjoy getting all this sun today. And then once I get home, I may put Harvey out there instead. Because it's not too big. I don't want to have him cooped up in the same spot. But anywho, I will catch you guys later. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on if I want to go back to sleep or not. You got sun one time, Doug? Yeah, getting sun's good, man. But yeah, you popped in like right as I was ending it, turd. But hey, you're just in time. You can check out. Doug, I need you to reach into your pocket and pull out your wallet. And I need you to back a book that's really important to me, alright?